Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. Yes, it has been a long time coming, and yes, there's been a heck of a lot of transfer business, but I'm back with another transfer update video, and there's a lot to get into. So please remember to like, subscribe and share the channel first of all. It's really much appreciated. A lot of effort goes into planning these videos, so the likes and the subscribers are really much appreciated as well. Thanks for the support, everyone. So let's get straight into it. And Arsenal have been busy in the transfer market. Their first signing of the summer was Portuguese under-21 midfielder Fabio Vieira. They signed him for £34 million. Arsenal have paid an official first fee up front of £30 million plus £4 million in performance add-ons. That was accepted by his club FC Porto. He is a 22-year-old central midfielder who's currently in the Portuguese under-21s. He won Player of the Tournament in the European Championship under-21 tournament last summer. For Porto last season, this is very impressive for a midfielder. He got 6 goals and 14 assists in 15 starts last season. So he doesn't start every game, but every game that he does play, he's very effective in playmaking and also in front of goal. 21 goal involvements in total in 15 starts is pretty impressive, even in the Portuguese league. He's 22 years old, as I've said. He's got plenty of time on his side. He'd be soon enough called up for that Portuguese national first team as well. Could he be going to the World Cup? Who knows? They've got so much quality though, Portugal, in Fernandes and Sanchez and stuff like that as well, Bernardo Silva and Neves. So there's a battle to get into that Portuguese team, but if he comes to Arsenal and does very well, I'm sure enough he'll be in that team in the next 12 months or so. The next signing Arsenal have made was a signing they actually made in January. It was US goalkeeper Matt Turner. He was made official this summer. The Gunners paid about... Let's have a look. I didn't actually get the price down for him, but I think it was about £4 or £5 million from New England Revolution over there in the MLS. He's a 27-year-old international of the USA. He was the MLS Goalkeeper of the Year last season. He will remain with New England Revolution through the entirety of the 22 CONCACAF Champions League campaign and nearly half of the 2022 MLS regular campaign. But obviously, with it being July the 1st now, he has joined up with Arsenal for pre-season. The US international has 16 caps for his country and started all 6 of their games at the 2021 CONCACAF Gold Cup. So he's a regular for the US national team. He's competing with Zach Stefan of Man City. So he is kind of a good goalkeeper. He will be coming in to back up Aaron Ramsdale. It looks like Bernd Leno is leaving the club, who is being linked with a move to Fulham. Yeah, as I said, it looks like he's coming in to compete with Aaron Ramsdale. And it's a good little piece of business from Arsenal there as well. Okay, we will now go into the next signing Arsenal have made. And it's a young Brazilian upcoming star as well. Arsenal confirm signing of Brazilian Marquinhos from Sao Paulo. He's a 19-year-old who can play on the right wing. He is joined on a long-term contract. The winger has represented Brazil at youth level. The forward, who has represented Brazil at under 16s and under 17 level, has made 33 appearances for Sao Paulo and was part of the squad that won the Campeonato Paulista in 2021. So he's already winning silverware, which is great for a young player. The 19-year-old is the Gunners' first summer signing, having fought off competition from Wolves for the teenage signature. A winger, Marquinhos, broke into the Sao Paulo side as an 18-year-old and has since scored 4 times. This is what Technical Director Edu said about the signing. We're delighted to have completed the transfer with Sao Paulo, as Marquinhos was a player we have been watching for a while. At 19, he is still very young, so he is a player for the future. We look forward to Marquinhos now joining us for pre-season, making his new home and continuing to grow and develop with us. So as Edu said there, Marquinhos is one for the future for Arsenal, as they had Martinelli as well. He managed to break into the team after an impressive pre-season, but I don't think he will be for the team this season. He will be one for the future, but another good piece of business from Arsenal. And one that Arsenal have signed but hasn't quite been confirmed yet is Gabriel Jesus, who has on the brink of signing for Arsenal for £45 million. He will wear the number 9 shirt at the Emirates after Alex Lacazette left to go back to Lyon. He will become Arsenal's main number 9 striker alongside Eddie Nketiah. And good piece of business from Arsenal and Arteta. Yes, it's another Brazilian player, but has tons of quality Premier League experience, Champions League experience as well, scores in the big matches, and it's a good piece of business from Arsenal as well, who are looking to continue to strengthen in their squad. We'll go over some of the departures from Arsenal then. Alex Lacazette, as I've touched on, has joined Lyon on a free transfer. Matteo Guendouzi had made his move to Marseille permanent, moving for £10 million. Harry Clark, young player, joins Stoke on loan. Tyrese John-Jules joins Ipswich Town on loan for the season. Daniel Ballard, a really upcoming young centre-back, has left to join Sunderland for an undisclosed fee. And that's pretty much it of Arsenal's business at the moment. We are waiting for Arsenal to confirm the Gabriel Jesus signing, but until then, there's nothing much else we can bring. Aston Villa, on the other hand, have made moves in the market this summer. As we probably touched on already, they have bought Diego Carlos from Sevilla for £26 million. No one really saw this move coming. Newcastle was linked with him in January, and Villa have swooped in early in June to get this transfer done. I'll just give you a bit of detail on Diego Carlos, actually. He's very experienced. He's played in the Champions League with Sevilla. He's won the Europa League with Sevilla as well. He's a 29-year-old centre-back, so he's not young, but he's got that experience on his side. So it proved to be a really good signing and really improve Aston Villa's backline. Another signing Villa have made really impressive as well. Boubacar Kamara from Marseille on a free transfer. This guy was massively linked with Manchester United in January. This is a player that Ralph Rangnick really wanted, and Villa have pounced and got his signature. He's a 22-year-old who has been called up to the French side before, so he has got something about him if he gets to that French side. He signs on a 5-year deal with the midfielder joining on a free transfer when his Marseille contract runs out. So he is now a Villa player because it's now July the 1st. He helped Marseille qualify for the Champions League by finishing second in Ligue 1. So Marseille are in the Champions League, and he was a massive part of that. We'll just go over some of the things that Gerrard has said. I'm delighted that we've been able to attract one of the most promising young talents in European football. We have a very clear plan to make our own team stronger and Buba is an important part of that. So it's a massive coup, really, from Aston Villa's point of view, bringing in Carlos, Champions League proven, really good player. Boubacar Kamara as well, getting second in Ligue 1 in France and qualifying for the Champions League and then going to Villa. So Villa are making real good moves early in the market. They have signed some other players as well. They have brought in Robin Olsen on for an undisclosed fee from Roma. Good backup keeper for Martinez as well to strengthen that position. Also, they have signed Felipe Coutinho on a permanent transfer from FC Barcelona. So Villa are making real statement moves in Diego Carlos, Kamara, Coutinho as well. Making real moves. We will just check that contract for Felipe Coutinho. Gerrard was a massive part in this transfer, by the way. He's 29 years old, joining Villa on a 6-month loan from Barcelona in January. And they managed to make his move permanent. Just trying to find how long his contract is. Next 4 years. He signed a 4-year contract at Aston Villa. So hopefully he will strengthen that Villa team in midfield with also creativity as well. And Villa, there is one outgoing. Matt Targett has joined Newcastle for £15 million. Bournemouth, new arrivals back to the Premier League. They've not done much business. They've just signed Joe Rothwell on a free transfer from Blackburn Rovers, and there's no outgoings from Bournemouth. Brentford, no incomings for them, but as I said, there's just out players that have gone out or released, such as Zanka, who was at Huddersfield in the Premier League. He's been released by Brentford. And Julian Janvier as well. He's been released by Brentford as well. And a mixture of youngsters as well. Brighton have made one signing. They have signed Julio Enciso from Libertad Unciension. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. They signed him for $9.5 million. He's a striker, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really know much about him. But Brighton's transfer policy is really, really good. They bring in these players from South America, develop them, and sell them on for fantastic money. He's done a fantastic job there, Graham Potter, and I can only give him the credit he deserves. 3 outgoings from Brighton as well. Jason Malumbi has gone to West Brom for an undisclosed fee. Alex Cochrane has gone to Hearts for an undisclosed fee. And the known one is Yves Bissouma has joined Tottenham for £35 million. Chelsea, no incomings at the moment, but plenty of outgoings that we obviously know. Romelu Lukaku has recently just joined Inter Milan on loan. What a flop he has been. They spent £100 million for pretty much a year of nothing. He joins Inter Milan on a loan again, which they paid about £7 million in a loan fee. And there's a lot of controversy coming out of this transfer because of what Lukaku has said when returning to Inter Milan. Lukaku only scored 8 Premier League goals in 26 outings last season, and for a £100 million striker, that is just not good enough. I think what he said earlier in the season really impacted his season and his relationship with Thomas Tuchel. But if he can go back to Italy, revitalise his career, and then maybe leave Chelsea on a permanent deal, then that's probably best for both parties, to be honest. But that's the recent outgoing from Chelsea, and obviously the ones we already know, such as Antonio Rudiger joining Real Madrid on a free transfer. Andreas Christensen was released, but he is on the brink of being finalised at Barcelona. Danny Drinkwater as well, Premier League winner with Leicester City and also Chelsea as well. He's won 2 Premier Leagues there. Danny Drinkwater being released. Charlie Masonda as well has been released. Jake Clark-Salter has been released. And a couple of youngsters have gone out on loan as well. Crystal Palace have brought in promising youngster Malcolm Obeweyi from Derby for an undisclosed fee. Palace won this race with Manchester United. He decided to go to Crystal Palace instead. And to be honest, I don't blame him. I think developing under Patrick Vieira at Crystal Palace will do him the world of good. And I think it will stutter his career if he does come to Manchester United, because I don't think he'll get any game time at all. The signing that was made today, that was announced by Fabrizio Romano earlier on today, is Sam Johnston has joined West Brom on a free transfer. He will challenge Guaita to become number one. And Francis Hurl has left to go to Huddersfield on a free transfer. Everton, no incomings for them at the moment, but they are interested in a few players such as Harry Winks, Lucas Moura as well. They're interested in Emmanuel Dennis as well today. It's come out as from Watford. So it'll be interesting to see what business Everton do this summer. The well-known transfer that has recently gone through yesterday is Richarlison to Tottenham for £60 million. Richarlison has come out and said it was difficult to say goodbye to Everton because he was so adored at Goodison Park. But we will go into the deal. The Brazilian scored 10 Premier League goals last season. Richarlison signs a 5-year deal in Spurs and becomes the club's fourth summer signing, which we will go into their signings later. So that's the big sale from Everton. They've got money from that now to reinvest in that squad for Frank Lampard, so we'll see how they get on. Fabian Delph has been released as well from Everton. Chet Tosan as well has gone. Gylfi Sigurdsson has been released, and so has John Joe Shelby. So they've got a bit of money there now, Everton. We'll see how they invest in that squad. Fulham, no incomings of yet, but they are being linked with Bernd Leno of Arsenal and also Andreas Pereira of Manchester United. So watch that space on those two deals. Outs, Fabio Carvalho has joined Liverpool for an undisclosed fee. Andrea Frank Ambo Anguissa has joined Napoli for an undisclosed fee. And a couple of youngsters have gone out on loan to the EFL. Leeds have been busy in this market. They have signed Brendan Aronson from Red Bull Salzburg for $24.7 million. He is a US international. They tried to sign him obviously in the January transfer market, but they managed to get the deal done this summer. He joins for £24.7 million. He's a 21-year-old. He signs on a 5-year contract as well. He also knows Jesse March by playing under him on the Red Bull group, so they're very well known, and also with him being United States as well. He's a US international. He played 41 appearances in all competitions for Salzburg last season, providing 10 assists and 6 goals, helping the club win the Austrian Bundesliga and the Austrian Cup for the second season in succession. Leeds initially signed the USA international in the January transfer window. He's primarily an attacking midfielder, but he's also capable of playing in a range of roles, and his versatility will excite head coach Jesse March. So this is a player that Jesse March knows very well, with being American as well and being involved in the Red Bull group. So he'll be a cracking signing for Leeds, and I'm sure he will take a little bit of time to adjust, as all new signings do, but I'm sure he'll do great. Another signing Leeds have made is Rasmus Christensen, another player from Red Bull Salzburg. They signed him for £10 million. He is a fullback who's good at getting forward and also defensively. Another piece of good business there. And another piece of business which caught me off guard, really. Mark Roca joins Leeds from Bayern Munich for £10 million. They're making some signings, Leeds, that I wouldn't expect them to make, which is quite impressive, really. He joins Leeds for £10 million. He's a 25-year-old midfielder, so he's got time on his hands. He signed a 4-year deal until the summer of 2026. He becomes the latest arrival who will join the Whites at the start of next month, which is today, as I'm filming. The defensive midfielder, born in Spain, began his career at Espanyol, breaking through the youth system into the first team, winning caps for Spain at under 19 and 21 level. He starred for the latter, helping his country win the 2019 European Football Championships. He netted a goal in the semi-final against France and played 90 minutes in the win over Germany. So he's pretty experienced. Sorry. At the highest level, £10 million, not too much. Not much of a gamble from Leeds, but very good experienced midfielder, promising as well. Outgoings for Leeds, the ones we know of is Calvin Phillips. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but could be off to Manchester City for about £45 million, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of Leeds fans aren't happy with this transfer because they think he's worth at least £60 to £70 million. But looks like Man City have got their man in Calvin Phillips. And another player that could be heading out of Ellen Road this year is Raphinha. Chelsea have apparently had a bid accepted of around £65 million for Raphinha. He will be a massive miss for Leeds United, but they will have that about £100 million to reinvest into the squad as well. So I'm sure they will be fine and continue to strengthen this window. Leicester City, no incomings and no outgoings either. Liverpool have made 3 signings in this window. They have signed young Scottish right-back Calvin Ramsey from Aberdeen for £6.5 million. I think I have touched on this transfer before, but I'll briefly go over it again. It was about £4 million with add-ons overall, which made it £6.5 million. He's a promising young fullback, made appearances for Scotland, won Young Player of the Year for Aberdeen, if I'm not mistaken, and he will go straight in and challenge Trent Alexander-Arnold for that right-back spot next season. So best of luck to him. Another transfer we all know of is Darwin Núñez, has joined from Benfica for £85 million. He's probably not a replacement for Mane, but is at the same time. He will play that number 9 spot and probably challenge Firmino for that. And also Fabio Carvalho, which we have touched on already, has joined from Fulham for an undisclosed fee. Outs at Liverpool, Divock Origi has been released. He has signed the contract at AC Milan, so best of luck to him over there. Loris Karius has been released as well. Shea Ojo, Ben Woodburn. Longstaff has been released. Sean Wilson has been released. Connor Bradley has joined Bolton on a season-long loan. Sadio Mane, the most recognisable one, has gone to Bayern Munich for £35 million. Adam Lewis has gone to Newport on a loan, and Takumi Minamino has joined Monaco for £16.5 million. So Liverpool are still getting in the cash despite signing players like Darwin Núñez. They are making back the money. Manchester City, on the other hand, they've been busy as ever this window. Erling Haaland has joined from Borussia Dortmund for a fee of £51 million. That was his release clause. It would be considering more than that with agent fees as well and stuff like that. So it could be in the excess of £100 million by the end of it. They have recently just signed today Stefan Ortega from Arminia Bielefeld on a free transfer. He's a goalkeeper. Apparently he is going to be the backup goalkeeper for Ederson next season. So it's looking like Stefan will be on his way out of the Etihad. We will go through some transfers for the outgoings. Gavin Bazunu has left to join Southampton for an undisclosed fee, but I think the fee was around £15 million. James Trafford as well, good upcoming goalkeeper, has gone on loan for a second time to Bolton Wanderers. Fernandinho has left on a free transfer to go back to his native Brazil. And CJ Regan Riley has joined Burnley on a free transfer. He joins up with Vincent Kompany. Manchester United, on the other hand, no incomings as of yet, but we are so close to signing Malacia from Feyenoord. He's a right back. Once I know more information on him, I will do a separate video on this. And also Frankie de Jong is close to signing as well. Outgoings at United, Paul Pogba obviously signing for Juventus, being released. Juan Mata leaving the club as well. Jesse Lingard leaving the club. Nemanja Matic joining Roma on a free transfer. Edinson Cavani being released as well. Lee Grant being released, retiring if I'm not mistaken. Deane Miller being released. Reece Devine released. Paul McShane released. Connor Stanley released, and Paul Woolston being released. So a lot of players leaving Man United there. Some senior players and also some young players as well. Newcastle have made 2 signings this summer. They have signed Matt Targett from Aston Villa for £15 million. And also signed Nick Pope for Burnley for £10 million. I think this is a good piece of business from Newcastle, bringing in a proven England international goalkeeper, real tall, real athletic goalkeeper with good reflexes. I'm sure he will be a fit in Eddie Howe's system. Outs from Newcastle, none really standing out there. Freddie Woodman joining Preston for an undisclosed fee, the goalkeeper. That's pretty much it for Newcastle at the moment. They have potentially signed, though, Sven Botman. That's not been confirmed yet, but a deal has been agreed, and he is due his medical anytime soon for Newcastle, so another good signing for them. Nottingham Forest have made 1 arrival, Taiwo Awoniyi from Union Berlin for £7.5 million. If I'm not mistaken, he left Liverpool for free 12 months ago. So it's a good piece of business for Union Berlin, making money on him as well. Forest needed a striker after not signing back Keenan Davis. He's tall, he's athletic, he's quick, he'll score your goals, and he's very good. Nottingham Forest are also on the brink of signing Manchester United goalkeeper Dean Henderson on a season-long loan deal. That's not been finalised yet, but he is on the brink of signing. And just 2 outgoings, Tobias Figueiredo has joined Hull on a free transfer, and Jayden Richardson has joined Aberdeen for an undisclosed fee. Southampton have brought in 3 players. They brought in Armani Bella Kotchap from Bochum for £9.5 million. They have signed Gavin Bazunu as well from Man City for about £15 million. Matthias Liss as well from Olte on a free transfer. I think most of them are goalkeepers, actually. So the only real outgoings from Southampton are Fraser Forster has joined Tottenham on a free transfer. And we'll get into Tottenham now as well. They have signed Ivan Perisic on a free transfer from Inter Milan. Good piece of business from them. Probably the lure for Perisic was Conte being at Spurs. Really fits into his system, knows how he plays, so he will fit perfectly into that Spurs system. But it's about adjustment for him in the first 6 to 12 months. Another player as well, Fraser Forster, joins from Southampton. Good backup, good experience in England international as well. He will probably play competition with Logu Lloris for that position. Yves Bissouma as well for £35 million. Good signing this from Spurs, beating Arsenal to it. Coming out of nowhere to really sign him. £35 million, worth every penny. 1 year left on his contract at Brighton. Wasn't going to extend his deal. But yeah, good piece of business. Will fit straight into that midfield alongside Højbjerg, and they will be very, very difficult to beat next season, Tottenham. And recently they have also signed Richarlison, as we know, from Everton for £60 million. They are also being linked with a move for Jed Spence. This has been going on for weeks now. It was reported today that Middlesbrough are expecting Spurs to go back in with an improved bid. Middlesbrough want close to £20 million for the young English right-back. He's an England under-21 international and had a fantastic season on loan at Nottingham Forest last season as they won promotion. So we'll see how that transfer develops, and I will bring you updates on that as well. Departures from Spurs, only the one. Cameron Carter-Vickers joins Celtic for an undisclosed fee. West Ham have made 3 signings at the moment. They've signed Navel Aguard from Rennes for £30 million. He's a central defender who will slot straight into that back line alongside Ogbonna. And Diop as well to create competition with also Zuma as well. So they're real compact in there because they have got Europa Conference League this next season. So there are more players in that position, the better to spread the games out. They've also recently signed Alfonso Areola on a permanent transfer for £10.5 million. It said they signed him from West Ham, but that's not the case. They signed him from PSG for £7.75 million plus add-ons, which equals £10.5 million. And they brought in a young player from the Irish League from Coleraine called Patrick Kelly for an undisclosed fee. And they have let no one go at the moment. West Ham are after Jesse Lingard, but reports have come out again tonight and said that West Ham are reluctant to pay Jesse Lingard's wage demands. As Lingard is a free transfer, he is demanding way too much for what he is. But as he's a free transfer, he can demand that. So we will keep an eye on that transfer as well. And finally, Wolves have not signed anyone at the moment, but they have let a lot of players go, such as Marcel, John Ruddy, Romain Saiss has left the club as well. Ki-Jana Hoover has joined PSV on a season-long loan, and Ryan Giles has joined Middlesbrough on a loan as well, as a lot of youngsters being released. So that's it, guys. That's the updated Premier League transfer update. Let me know down below in the comments what your team are up to, where your teams need to improve, and please like and subscribe to the channel as well, and I will catch you on the next video.